We're here to show you how you can get your sales reporting to look like this from sales information from a launch or from a week by week basis. So this is for one certain time period that we're going to walk through how you can have automated sales reporting right here by just on sales dump. So I'll walk you through what is going to entail to get this part of it updated. But if we start with the sales information, we go over here. This is what you start with from either a month basis or a weekly basis or a launch date, whatever time frame that you want to pull your reporting for, you can put into this sales dump. So what we did over here was split out to get your style and color information, and that will roll up on the summary tab here. But you'll put in your sales information right into C3, and it has your product information, the sizing, because we're also going to look at how the sizes performed, the unit quantity that sold. You have gross sales, but what we'll be looking at is net sales to understand what money you brought in from your sales time period. So all of this information will be used to generate your summary tab. The other piece of information that will be needed to understand how your product sold through is your on hand. So you'll put in your information here as well of your on hand, and it will split out the style and color, and that will help generate everything on your sales tab. So we're going to go over to your summary tab, and this is what will be the most helpful information to look at as you're analyzing your business. What's really great about this is it can be used for any different styles. So let's say, for instance, that based on these formulas here, instead of pants for another launch, you had a one-piece bathing suit. So you would type in one piece, and then all of your information would generate here. Obviously, there isn't one-piece sales in your sales data, so it's coming up 0. So I'll put pants back in, and you can see that these formulas are generating all of your information based on your style and color. So it's using a formula called a sum if. So it's looking at your sales data and saying within the sales units, find all of the sales units that are style pants. And so as you add more and more sales information down below, let's say you're going to add May selling, it will all populate here. There are more complex ways that you could actually specify what month you want to look at. And that's a capability that the Boon team could always help with as well. But here, this is just looking at your total time frame that's in your sales information. And it's saying, here's your sales units for that time period. Here's your sales dollars. And then it pulls with that same formula, your on-hand information. And then that calculates your sell-through. So that tells you how much of your product you sold through. This is your starting on hand, and this is what you sold through. This is what you sold. So this will tell you your sell-through of 40%. This also calculates how many SKUs you had in each style, and it tells you the percent sales and percent on hand. So this is something great to show that you can see here the shorts, they sold 34% of the unit sales. And and that was on a 26% of inventory. So that explains to me why you have a higher sell-through. Your sales actually outperformed your on hand. Here you can see the sweater actually underperformed the inventory, which is also shown in this lower sell-through. And what I really like about the average dollars sold by style and color is that you can see that you have 3 SKUs in the sweater. So your sales dollars are going to be higher. But if you actually look at how much each SKU performed, or each style color performed, you can see here that the sweater across the 3 colors that it was offered in sold 13,000 almost by style or by color. So that tells us it was actually very productive. Your least productive would be the pants here, because on average, each color sold about $6,300. So your shorts and sweaters definitely drove the sales. So those same calculations are also done down here for the color part. So you can see by color how you sold those same metrics. And again, you could change it. Let's say you had a green in your next sales. You could pop in the green and see what green did. So it's very automated for any updates that you need to make in the future, which is really nice. The other capability that is possible to do is looking at size selling. So you can see by style, how did your sizes perform? Now there's no extra small in the pants and shorts, but that's the sizing for the sweater. So we have both size ranges in here. So this will show you that how you sold by size. And down here, it calculates as a percent. So you can see that your shorts skewed larger than your pants. They sold 21% in large, where your pants sold 15% in large. So this is really helpful in the future to educate future buys. If you want to look at your sales reporting and determine how your customer buys these products. And when you buy in the future, again, it's very helpful to know how your customer buys and that you want to buy towards that curve. And then you can look here and see your sweater sold 73% extra small, 27% large. Another thing that you could do is calculate this same information based off of your on hand and see how did you buy by size compared to how it performed. So all great things to look at as you analyze your business. I wanted to show you one more automated piece of work that you could do. So what I did over here was I hid it just so I wouldn't cause confusion in the beginning, but this is ranking, using formulas to rank your sales. So you can see here that I don't have it ranked. This isn't ranked in any sort of order. Sometimes when you're sharing your business with other people, it's helpful to show it in a ranked manner. So what I did was I put a calculation here that ranks it from 1 is the highest sales dollars and then descending order. So you can see that here the sweater was the #1 sale, but it's in the 3rd row. So there's a way to update that. And so I hid some columns over here. And if you look, you can see that now all of your information is populating off of the rank of how it sold. So we moved the sweater up to the top. Instead of having to do manual work to sort and filter, what you can do is just pop a formula over here that says find over to the left what was my #1 style, and then all the information populates again. So this way you have an easy way to rank. There are even more complex ways that we can do this that you don't need 2 charts for it, but I wanted to show how you can build your sales information automated, and then over here you can rank it. And so now I can see by sales dollars, truly just visually, it's easier to read. I have the #1 seller up here, same with the colors. You have the #1 seller listed in the first group or in the first line as well. So it's really helpful to show and just easier to see how your styles did instead of trying to look over here and say, okay, which one's the highest? Okay, pink. And then looking through, okay, now the white was the highest, 2nd highest. It's all here for you ranked, and a great way to share your business. So this was a really quick overview of how you can grab all the sales data information and use automated formulas to quickly analyze your business. And you don't have to re-rank and show all of the work, redo the work for every time you either add sales data or create a new template. You can always just save this off as another file and put new information in. Here at Boon, we have plenty of ways too to make this even more automated and complex, but this is a great way to start off to read your business. And we're here to help as it grows and you need more complex reporting.